Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account, and as you can see, we drew the big reward. That is right, guys. The grand prize we got out of the melodic gifts. Now, overall, we've been doing this for quite a while. We've never seen that big prize. Now, we only had 2 pulls before this. So the third pull was actually this one right here, the double custom mythic furniture scroll. Now, ultimately, we're going to be looking for Gavus in this one. We're also going to go through the Ghoulish Gallery. We're looking for Demia out of this one. Now, we do have to get Demia to level 3, but I want to hop over. I want to do some of the summons, trying to pick up Gavus. Now, we know out of all of the events, we're going to get more time emblems. We're also going to get more copies of Eugene, which means that we're going to have the ability to build him. Now, we know that he is temporarily available in the guild store. We have 2 copies here. We almost have a 3rd copy at this point. So again, we have been kind of building him up a little bit. We need the 1 more piece, which I believe I'm about 40,000 guild coins short to get that last little shard of Eugene, taking him up to that legendary plus. Then, of course, we're going to get some free ones. So we're going to have to see exactly where the hero is being built. Now, with that being said, guys, we are seeing a little bit of utilization over on the test server of Gavus and Eugene working incredibly well together. Now, here we have 6 elite stones. I want to do some summons in here as well. It looks like we get a copy of Ethiel. I will absolutely take that, guys. That is a very, very solid copy that we got right there. Now, the rest of this, we are just saving our resources. But again, there is the custom scroll. So very happy that we did get that copy. Now, also with the regular summons, we're just going to go ahead and do this. We've been saving them for Vika. And then, of course, when it comes to this one, once we get Gavus up to Ascended, we can actually summon him out of here to continue to build him out. But I wanted to hop over, want to do some summons because, of course, tomorrow is Christmas Eve, guys. That is right. We have the events that are coming up tomorrow. So there's going to be a ton of new events that are up tomorrow in relationship to the Christmas events. And we also haven't seen any codes. I thought at this point, guys, that we'd see some codes, which there is a copy of Crescio. But unfortunately, at this point, again, we haven't seen any new codes that have dropped yet. I'm hoping tomorrow or Christmas Day that we will see a couple codes in there. Now, Temple of Time, we have 82 of our time emblems. Now, we've been getting, again, a ton of these out of all of the different events. Also, I finished out the Temple Rift, so we got to level 300 in the Temple Rift. So that part is done as well. So we need 3 copies of Gavus to actually build them out. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, guys, 82 cards that we can get 1 or 2 copies out of here and 1 right off of the bat. That is very good. That gives us 72 cards. We need 2 more copies to get him built up, guys. Could we make this happen? I am hoping that we could see it. And there we go. There's another copy. We need 1. We need 1 copy, guys, with our 82 cards. Let's see if we can get this final copy. Oh, that would be awesome because we could build them up a little bit further. And there's the diamonds. I just noticed that, guys. There is the 30,000 diamonds as well. That is 2 copies and the 30,000 diamonds for Gavus. That's incredible. Could we get the 3rd copy out of here? That would just be the icing on the cake, guys, if we could get that very last copy. Come on, where is it? Is this the pull? Oh, we're not going to get it. We still have 2 extra cards. And look at that. There is the 2 copies. There's the 30,000. Maybe, possibly this is our final card. But that is insane. And unfortunately, we don't get the copy. But I am okay with it. I am okay because we've seen the diamonds, guys. That gives us 53,000. We still have 305 Stargazer scrolls. But we are 1 copy short of him. So we got double copies right there. That's awesome. Every single day we're doing copies. That is streaming luck, like a lot of people do say. They feel like that on this account that I get higher rates than most players, which honestly, it doesn't feel like it at all if you look back historically at the summons. Now that, of course, finishes out Crescio as well, so we can drop Crescio out of here. He is at 5 stars. Now, of course, that gives us two heroes left, guys. That is it. So out of here, we'll drop all 3 of these in. But we have Vika and we have Naruko, and that is it. Even here, guys, we'll drop out right there. Again, looking here, we have 1 hero left that we are in need of copies. Rest of these, of course, are just going to be our legendary heroes. Even looking here, we only have 2 stars to add onto our hero right there, Trishia. And then, of course, we have the 2 Greyborn heroes right down here, and they're all done. All of the regular faction heroes are completely done at that point. I'm still got to get Vika built up a little bit further, and we got a copy of Scrath, but I'm hoping to get a few more copies in there, guys. So that was awesome. That was absolutely crazy with those summons. That of course is going to bring us a little bit closer. Also with the furniture scrolls, we can do a few more summons. Now I'm saving all of my baits. I have 3,000 baits. We know that the panda is coming pretty soon, guys. So I'm actually going to be waiting to summon up that panda, which is going to be awesome. 21,000 right here, looking at our wish list. Again, we have 18, 20, 16, 21. So we have a lot of furniture that we have on these heroes. And then of course, looking here, we do want to build up a few more. We want to build up Lavatoon. Lavatoon, we need to get to 9 of 9. So hopefully, fingers crossed, guys, we can get a couple copies in here. Now, also looking at the storeroom, we did get 1 copy already for Eugene. So at the point of being able to build him, which hopefully it's going to be sometime soon, that we can continue building him up a little bit further. But I'm going to need time emblems. It's going to be a while, guys. And there's Lady Simona. Before we do get some more time emblems. Now, I've also been farming the towers. Like I stress every single time, guys, we farm the towers religiously. We've actually copied, or we've completely capped the Celestial Tower. Now we're about 5 levels from the Hippo Tower, but there is a second copy for Eugene and a third copy for Eugene, guys. That gives us 3 already right there. So unfortunately, we didn't see any when it comes to building out Lavatoon a little bit further. But again, we have 2 here, 2 in the bag. That would take him to 8. If we can get 1 more, I'm just going to finish out Lavatoon so we can drop Lavatoon out and then swap a couple other heroes in here. But at this point, guys, even looking at the furniture that we have, it is kind of incredible because I think we're at around, we're getting to, what do we got? 945 pieces of mythic furniture, guys, which is incredible. Going through here again, we have to get a couple more pieces for Eugene. We have to get some for Gavis, and we'll continue building out both of those heroes through all of the events. We have a lot of events, again, that are going to continue to come up and continue to really make progression. I wonder, did that give us enough for a stone? If this was Gavis, it would be nuts, guys. It is a Laro, but that would have been really, really cool to see, just like those single summons. Now in here again, I'm going to save those, but let's pop open all of the chests we got. And I'm still in shock. We got the diamonds, guys. We pulled the diamonds out of there. Now we got 15 right there. I'm just going to pop these open just because, again, most of these we just recycle. There is Saurus. There's a copy of Peggy. Then, of course, the regular food. We're making a lot of progression. We've been farming up, and we finally got to the point, if you guys checked out the live stream last time, that we can farm up the collections, and we can farm them like crazy. But again, between getting the scrolls, getting the diamonds, getting those double copies, that is incredible. That is incredible that we got all of those. All right, guys, Ghoulish Gallery. So I set this up a little bit earlier. So we are looking for, again, we are looking for Demia. So we're going to be looking for the captive wings. Now, of course, she needs the level 3. So we are looking to build this out. Now, when it comes to this Miracle Worker Totem, this is the only way to get a level 3 collection, period. That is it, guys. This is what gives you your extra slot to actually be able to build up to level 3. And then, of course, we're going to put the level in here so I can at least get 1 level for sure. And I wanted to run through here and show you exactly what it is. Now, of course, the primary, what we're looking for her is this energy recovery rate. Now, when it comes to energy recovery rate and when it comes to crit, so that is the other one, guys, the Valiant Attack for the crit. It says right here, energy recovery rate ability can only be acquired through the Bizarre Totems. That is not true. Lilith has lied to us about this. Players have made a lot of comments that even with the same one with the crit, can only be acquired through the Bizarre Totems. Here it says it can only be acquired by the effects of the Bizarre Totems. That is not true, guys. We have seen the RNG factor actually build it in there. But again, this is the one that we're shooting for. And I'm going to start the exploration. Now, again, we're going to do this quick explore. I really like this. You talk about how many players hated the Ghoulish Gallery, guys. This is an absolute game changer. And I'll show you quick explore. There we go. Drops a couple of our totems in there, or our totems in there. Now we're looking specifically, we're looking for magical pierce. We're looking for crit damage, insight, damage resistance, defense. And again, we have the guide up here. So I'm going to go ahead and just start refreshing these guys, seeing if we can get some build out. So I noticed that early, it seems like we don't really get much of anything early, but as we do go a little bit further, we had really, really good luck as it came, again, to a little bit further in here. So crit block rate, full erosion, and dissolve, we're going to go ahead and get a higher level one right there, which is full erosion. That one we're probably going to have to change. And you can see, guys, it kind of just zooms through here. Then you get to build up whatever you want. So we're going to refresh the full erosion because, again, erosion is not something that we're looking for in this hero at all. There's a full defense, though. And there we go. We start seeing some of these orange ones building out of here. Swapping ritual. So 2. Now, of course, we're looking for the energy recovery rate, which I don't know if we have any of those yet. It looks like we do not have any of the energy recovery rate. And again, proficiency, we are not looking for. Magic Pierce, we are looking for, which we have attack right there. Again, I don't see Magical Pierce crit damage amplification. So we do have a crit damage amplification. So I'm going to go ahead and swap those. So at a minimum, I am going to get this orange crit damage amplification. Now, we don't have any reds as of yet, but there are 2. So we got a buffer, we got an attack. Now we need that swap in there. And I also do not see any Magical Pierce at this point. So again, the attack is in here, scores a little bit lower. Buffer is not in here, which is interesting based on the hero. So I'm going to reset buffer. Boom, we get a erosion. So it looks like so far we're not seeing very good, which there was a Magical Pierce. And there we go. So even though it's done, guys, looking at the bizarre totems, and this is why so many players hate this part of the game, because we didn't pick up an extra level. The only way we could have done that is if we got 2, and then the chance of getting the energy recovery was not really there either. So we do get, and I think we might have picked up 1. So there we go. So we get our skill level. And again, this is the second one that we wanted to pick up, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to really use that. So again, looking here, we're looking for damage resistance, defense, and full defense and HP. We got a full defense. Again, the buffer, it is not showing we want in there. We'll go ahead, we'll put in the HP. We'll put in some of the full defense. And then we don't have damage resistance or defense itself, which we do not. I guess this one, again, looking at the tiers, we'll go with damage resist. Again, crit block resistance is not in there at all either. Unfortunately, that's the build we're going to have to do on there for the Captive Wings. And then, of course, in here, guys, erosion. Some heroes do not use erosion, so that's not going to make a big difference. So attack is one of the primary. So Magical Pierce, crit damage, insight, and attack. So let's throw the attack in there. I'm going to throw the crit damage amplification. And they also have full attack in this one, which, again, it's going to be a little bit of a buffer. And then, of course, Captive Wings, because we did not get that second skill, we're not going to be able to build this out to a 3rd. But again, just thinking here, I'm going to go with full attack. And this is going to be the build that we're putting on Demia. Now, right now, she doesn't have a collection. As of right now, we don't. So unfortunately, we didn't see the 3 in there, and we didn't get very lucky with the red. But overall, this is the one that we are going to pop on Demia. And I've been going through. So what I'm doing to really build out these collections, guys, is going through and building them out specifically for heroes, seeing where they really fit in the best, and kind of getting a baseline when it comes to these collections. So going through there again, running them kind of hero by hero, going through the list, getting the stats that I can, because again, as you've seen right there, guys, even with a great amount of totems, we didn't see any of the energy recovery rate in there. We also did not see the second skill level. Even looking at the red skills with what we put in there for the totems, didn't really have a big effect based on what we have. Again, we use the energy recovery, the ERR, but again, didn't see anything out of there. But like I said, we're going through systematically and building out all of the totems. And the reason is the utilization in the Cursed Realm and the Nightmare Corridor. When it comes to the totems, guys, and looking at a majority of heroes, they're running a multitude of totems across here. And as we continue to build out these totems, I want to make sure that all of the heroes have totems. Then we can go back the second time, and I'm going to fine tune a lot of the heroes, fine tune really the totems that we do have in there, just based on the build and based on where we can score. Now, every time that I've been going through and I've been building out these totems, or excuse me, building out the collections further and further, they have been working better. I've been scoring better in a lot of different game modes, which really shows the impact that we're seeing with the totems in general, or excuse me, the collections in general. Really definitely making a difference. Again, we're saving this for the panda. The panda should be up pretty soon. I think right there, we have another 9 days here for the bamboozled energy. That way we can pick up the panda. And I don't know if they're going to be doing another thrilling voyage that is centered around the panda when it comes to the Fantastic Beasts events. We're going to have to see exactly what comes up and if we can see this. Again, the rift is done. I'm pretty prepped and pretty happy right now. Just had the Saturday reset and we're pretty well set with everything that we have. And everything again being at 100%. We have all of the trials kind of cleaned out, waiting for the new events that are going to be up tomorrow. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.